Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video where today we're going to be looking over some of my text I just played, and we're going to be watching it, and this is my first series of the How to Win videos. This is going to be Season 6, so let's get into it. Okie dokie. I'm just waiting for the game to load. Or, never mind. I'm just sitting here. Wait. Anywho, so what my loot rotation is based upon the bus that's coming through. You can see that Lazy, I'm deciding I'm going to go to that house at the top of Lazy. Very few people go here if it is at the end of the game. So when we go to the top of Lazy, next I want to go to Risky. No, not to that Risky, to those little houses, then to Risky, then to Wailing Woods. This is a great loot rotation since you can get lots of loot, and if it's in the first circle and you make it quick enough, you can go over to Wailing Woods, which has a secret bunker, which has a pretty much 100% spawn rate of a rift, so you're able to get out. Might be wondering why my shoot buttons in the top. I have these things called mobile triggers. Magical. Not sponsored by them, but they do up your game entirely. It doesn't give you an insane competitive advantage. They sometimes give you disadvantages since it's over my little on hearing buttons, so it'll like press down and get down and go. Yeah. What you need to look and see is I'm looking and I'm seeing that there's one person landing. This is great. Also, look what I just got. Triple chest. That's why these spots can be perfect. There's one in Risky, and I can't remember. No, not in Risky. In Paradise, and I can't remember where the other one is. But what I was trying to pay attention to this game most was that you have to pay everything. Like you have to pay attention to every play and how it's played to be able to complete it. Like the way to win, in the words of Ninja, is to be the least lazy person. So I'm playing medium passive since I'm still getting in fights, but I'm not playing the game like no fights. Since, as you'll see, you can't really play a game without getting into a fight and win. It's a common misconception by players. Your best bet to win a game is not to land at Tilted Towers, but to land at the end of a bus, because you'll get much less players than if you just all of a sudden dropped, say, the first spot off the bus. Like, say if we reversed the bus and Lazy was the first one off of the bus, then this place would be packed. Everyone would have landed here. People would have gone to those houses, that house, little hut thing, but you know what? If it's at the end of the bus, no one really wants to go there since everyone wants the high action. But what you guys aren't thinking about is you still get action when you come to these bigger areas at the end of the bus. Like, I was playing duos with my friends, and we landed, what is it called, Pleasant at the end of the bus. Really, you'd think no one would land there. We had like 8 kills coming out of Pleasant, and like it was one of the last places off the bus. So a lot of places will have some action, but won't have as much as you'd think. Right here, that was just pretty much luck. I wouldn't really say that there was a ton of skill on my part, but I was able to hit my shots. And when you think about it, 10 HP, that could have just been the end of my game. But maybe we'll win the fight, I carry on. So, what you guys should think about when you're in this situation, don't get into a fight, since 10 HP is really not good enough to get a good fight without having the risk of one shot killing you the entire fight. So, you might just want to watch how you play it there. Anywho, this game is really solely dependent on your decision making. So my decision making to land at the end of the bus helped me that game. See, it really just repeatedly just goes around and around. So, yeah. Now I'm just trying to finish looting up Lazy, trying to find any healables and anyone who wants to contest me at Lazy, if there is anyone. My next what I'm thinking right now is I'm probably going to go grab a golf cart and drive over to those houses, because that's my best bet. But first I need to pop these bandages and drink the shield, instead of just immediately ditching. Even though I might be in the open, it's worth taking a risk for the health. And anyone who tells you that landing at the end of the bus or playing passive is bad, it's really not. It's not going to be just because you landed at the end of the bus that you're a bad player. It's because you're still able to get kills landing at the end of the bus. It's not like you're all of a sudden in one spot only. Because when you land at the end of the bus, you still have rotations that you have to go through. Think about it. There's never a game where just completely nothing has to have happened for you to win. Because I was sort of like saying, people were saying that at my school, they're like, well, in your lobby you get all easy players. No, I don't. It's just that you guys don't have the best decision making when you get into really dumb fights, right? So, it might be a better bet to not get into those dumb fights and maybe possibly ditch like I am, since I saw those footsteps. But I decided, since I have a decent amount of health, but I don't have health that I think I could come out of fight alive, especially saying he probably has an SMG by now. The easiest time to get into a close range battle with 100 HP is at the beginning of the game, when not as many people have SMGs, since at the end of the game you still hold SMGs. You always hold an SMG in the game. It's just part of it. Also, as another tip for mobile players who's watching this video, you might want to switch up your keybind, since having your things in the middle does not really benefit your play. This is not only targeted for mobile players because I play on mobile, just I'm making it so I'm playing on mobile, but this can definitely be used on PC, console, Nintendo Switch. I use some of these strategies on PC when I play. I'm not insanely skilled at PC, so it's hard, but they still work. I'm actually able to get into top 10. I found this loot rotation the game before when I died because my thing wouldn't shoot. I'm not blaming that on that, but I discovered that you have this sort of area where there's a bunch of loot, so it might be a better decision to land here for all the loot, right? So that can play a key role in how you play and how it's going to affect your gameplay. But, everything happens. So I keep deciding, I'm going to play passive. I don't really need to get high aggressive, because I want players to fight me instead of them. I'm rushing other players. It's all about, if you're an insane builder who's able to clutch up in every moment, anything, and always able to shoot and kill, and you're watching this video, you might use the same loot rotation, but you could do it reverse, where it's the first drop off of the bus. You'd get a lot of high action probably, because think about it, there's risky other things. So really, you're not really losing that much. So right here, I think I see a player. I'm looking up for apples. I think I see a player in there. And I just have a bolt action, so I'm like, I guess I'll probably just draw out the bolty and shoot. And now it's getting pretty obvious. And whatever he was doing, I didn't even want to line up a headshot, because I knew he was going to end up moving in a couple of seconds. I was like, I better just put it down as quickly as possible. But it still worked out for me. He destroyed the chest. I think he was going for the chest, but defaulty boy. He is an actual hardcore default. Oh, okay. I'm sorry I said that, because it's not true that your skin really makes a difference on how well you play in the game. So, say you're a default skin, that I'm not saying that all of a sudden you are trash at the game. say for instance, he's probably one of the better or best players in the game. He had an account where he bought a lot of skins, but he doesn't buy a skin anymore, and he's still just really good at the game. It's something that like I'm trying to work on, not calling out default and being a hardcore default. Because I've seen players that are trash, like hot trash in regular skins. Oh, I need to mention this. Also try and hit everything that's one hit. I don't think I did that exactly correctly. These give you 5 mats per hit. That's a good amount for a good setup in a game. Because everything is important when it comes to getting materials and stuff in this game. You'll recognize that. Also, I'm trying to put in a tip. If there's a fight going on, don't get into the fight and be the hardcore third party. Instead, what I like to do is have a sniper in hand so I can third party from a distance. And it gives you a pretty good advantage when you're third party from a distance instead of in front, because you never know, both of the players could go ahead and turn on you, and then it's a 2v1 solos. So there's no revives. So it's better to fight from a long distance unless you know they've both been in the fight for like a minute and they're really weak. And maybe go into AR range. But I personally, if you want to play passive, I don't recommend going into a huge, like, you know what I mean, right? Like a huge build battle in the top 10. So you'll see something that I've been working on. Now that I've been getting more wins, I haven't been getting so stressed out in top 10, but if this is you guys' first chance to get in top 10 or top 2, you'll see in top 2, I just stop and I meditate for a second. Or not really meditate, I just breathe in, since the more stress you have on yourself, the less likely you are to end up winning that game. Since during season 5, I choked like 50 wins. No, not 50, but like 5 or 6 wins because I had too much stress on myself. Big mistake. You never want to ever have that too much stress on yourself. Because once you start panicking, that's when you start missing all your shots. Like, I got this guy down to 2 HP in season 5, but guess how I died? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All my bullets went over his head with the compact SMG since the thing wasn't on his head. Oh my god. You know what I mean? You can't play the game that way. You have to play the game in like, there's a certain way you have to play it to be able to do well. And it's weird. But you guys will catch on. Sorry about that. A bit sick. Now that I'm in top 8, I'm thinking to myself, I really need a better assault rifle. That's all I really want. But I know I can still play with the regular AR. It's just it won't be that as effective. I think about to get the software, but I say for the better B, I probably shouldn't. Anyway, you should always play in these situations really in the mindset that it's not insanely, like, you're not insanely safe because you're in a certain situation where everyone wants to win at this point. At the beginning game, everyone wants to win, but at this point, everyone's going hardcore try hard. Everyone's going try hard to win. Everyone's just, like, not playing the game with good decision making. So if you're at the end of the game and you're able to have good decision making, you're going to be the one who ends up winning the game. So I was trying to keep my decision making smart at the end of this game due to that reason. I was thinking that to myself. I was like, if I see some shots, should I actually go and engage in them? But I do. I end up engaging in a less sort of way than I normally should. I normally would have rushed him. I decided I'd just pop shot at him, killed him with a sniper, didn't really expect to. I don't know where this girl went. I decided that I should dip. It's not going to be worth it. I'm not going to end up winning the fight. Top 5. I'm like, I need to get high ground. Because when you think about It's so hard to push high ground at the end of the game. Everyone has a scar, and they sit there spraying at you the entire time. So I'm thinking this hill right to 54 of me, northeast 54, will be a great hill to end the game at. The one I'm either walking on or that one. I decide I'll go up on this one. It seems a bit more safe and a bit more logical. I'm thinking this might be a better way for me to end up winning this game, since it's more towards the edge of the map and there's a much less chance that people are going to end up, like, you know what I mean, being behind me. But if you got the other hill, there's a good chance I might still be camping and risky and could just pull out like a heavy sniper and kill you. I'm really surprised I didn't find a heavy, or that anyone didn't shoot down that really small structure, because that was what my entire building relied on. Anywho, I really don't think, like, if you're near the edge of the circle, it's insanely smart to build the Leaning Tower Pisa that high, since, look, I end up being out of the circle, and I don't really want to oof. Okay, also, just for a little side note, go into playgrounds mode. I got this from Lachlan and his guy Fresh. Build a 1x1 up to max height and just edit the entire way down. Just work on that the entire game. Just keep editing. My editing is a bit rusty. I'm working on it. So this guy pushes the one last hill in the zone, and I'm like, ah! Because that's the only bit of high ground. And I'm like, oh god, if I get into top 2, he's probably going to end up being the guy who's up there, and I'm going to have to push him. So my biggest hope is that Whaling stays in the circle for the entire time, so he has to lose the high ground. And it's really down to whoever is best at ground on ground fighting. Different than the house, but I don't think anyone wants to be like the house taker over. You know what I mean? How many of you guys have watched Fall Skirmish? Like, all the players are playing this exact same way, passive. They're trying not to get into a million fights. There was like 88 people in one circle at a time. It's like, oh! I would be dead in seconds. Just like the amount of lag you probably get. It's just too much. You know, putting down the trap might not always be the dumbest decision. Oh my god. And then this guy starts shooting me. I'm like, oh my god. He really can't stop spraying, so I just go side to side because I know he's going to end up running out of ammo. Let's see. Top 2, I thought it was going to be insanely easy. Grab the Rift to go. I'm like, I'm going to push this high ground. I'm going to kill this guy. Rift, he probably has headphones on. He spots me, and he is just like, ah! No. And like, he hits me once, and I'm like, nope, go, 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 go. Because I was like, if anything, if I get hit one more time, I'm not going to win the game, since you have to have like a good amount of shields to end up winning the game. It's really high key to get them shields. I'm at the circle still, so I'm like, I might actually still have a chance of winning this game. Okay, dude, my friend's here. Say hi.
Hi.
So we're looking over the gameplay. Top 2. Don't really know what's going to go happen. And we're outside, so there's a bunch of cars. So voiceovering outside definitely shouldn't be your best decision, guys. But I'm sitting here in the game. I think that was when I just meditated or breathed for a second, didn't I?
Yeah, he did.
Let's see. We have proof. Anywho, he's just collaborating. He doesn't have his own YouTube channel, so he just gets to have his voice shown. But you remember how earlier in the game, guys, I was talking about how pushing the high ground is like living H word? It's not really good, because like you have no control. I'm really sorry about the fuzzy sound, but you have no control over like how the game's going to end up playing out and whoever is going to end up winning. But I decided I was just going to keep trying to push. I want to, and I wanted to win. I knew if I could hit him with a sniper shot, then he would be scared out of his mind and I could push out easily. But he was not peeking when I was having my best moments. He was peeking there. I don't know why I didn't just scope in for a second. Anywho, I'm happy I didn't really try and make this my all-time base, since it wasn't really a good spot. But everything happens. I don't know what he was trying to do here, but I decided I'd just pull out the Reg AR and just like try and melt him. However, he kept building, and he would not stop building. He just couldn't stop building. He was like, yeet! I don't know how many mats this kid had, but I don't know why I was building with metal, actually. I guess I never had really thought about switching over to wood or brick, but metal still has the most health. I decided when I'm right here, if he doesn't spot me, I could just sneak over to the other side, which would be logical. And I know exactly that he's going to try and cover up the entire circle with himself on top so he can shoot me down. So I'm insanely unpopular about that. I'm just like, no, no, no. In the minute that you came through, I was like, yes, let's go. And he's coming in, and I'm like, yay. And when he starts building up, and I'm like, no, it's because it's like, it's gonna cause you to end up losing the game. So as I was saying, I just know I'm in a really bad position. I thought I was gonna be happy since I could shoot him down. That would have been probably GG for him, but he was not having it, and the wind sucks, I know. But anywho, I accidentally got caught by the storm, so I was like, ee. Now I have lower HP. I just think at this moment, if you guys have mats, your best bet is just build like a madman until you get into the circle. And because he should have paid attention, he was not going to be able to stay in for that much longer. And I had circle, so I was like, yeet. So the minute I saw his base was out, I was like, okay, I can start to ramp up. He couldn't stop firing his gun. He just was trigger happy, and it was his mistake. So I brought out the big dog and shot him dead. That'll do. Hey guys, Ben from the future. Leave a like and subscribe.